Muleshoe, Texas's honorary citizen is with us. I'm Barry Trammell, along with OU writer Jason Kersey, and Jason is freshly returned from a trip out to the Texas Panhandle, Muleshoe, Texas, home of Lincoln Riley, the new OU offensive coordinator. Jason, you got a big story coming Sunday on Lincoln Riley and his Muleshoe days. You were out in Muleshoe. Tell us about Muleshoe, Texas.
Well, it's a neat place. It's a typical sort of small town. Grain elevators make up the cityscape. When you arrive, there's one stoplight, two main roads. It's just sort of a typical West Texas farming community, but it's sort of the hub of that area, really.
Where is it? Tell me where it is.
It's about 70 miles northwest of Lubbock and 30 miles east of the New Mexico border. But it's sort of right in the middle of, it's the county seat of Bailey County. There's a lot of other really, really small towns around that haven't been able to survive as well. I mean, I think Muleshoe's suffered some of the same things a lot of West Texas communities have in terms of population decrease, but they've been able to sort of stay relatively stable because of their farming community, because of the dairy industry there. It's an interesting place, but it's a very friendly place. I was out there with photographer Brian Terry, and we were greeted very warmly and talked to a lot of people out there.
What did you learn in summary about Lincoln Riley, new Oklahoma offensive coordinator, in his Muleshoe days?
Well, I learned that he is a very, very popular guy there. I mean, you can't go anywhere in town and mention his name without hearing about 30 stories about him. The people there are very, very proud of him. It's almost become sort of Brian Terry and I have been referring to it as the legend of Lincoln Riley, because these stories are so interesting that everybody's got so many of them about how great he was, about how his quarterbacking helped turn around the fortunes of the Mules, the local football team there. He took them to the state semifinals in 2000. They played at Texas Stadium in Irving, and that was just the biggest deal until that point in Muleshoe football history. And he's maintained a relationship with the community. He still talks to people from there. He came back and gave a speech at the pep rally the day before they played for the 2008 state championship, which they won. So I think a lot of people really appreciate that he's remembered where he came from.
Well, we'll have the story in the Sunday Oklahoman. Be sure and pick up a copy. Stay tuned for further OU football coverage here on News OK and every day in the Oklahoman.